Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm back on my series on Nakshatras. So far we have discussed until the fourth Nakshatra, and the last video was on Rohini Nakshatra. And today's topic of discussion will be on Mrigasira Nakshatra. As the name suggests, as people from the West who may not be familiar with the language Sanskrit, Mriga in Sanskrit means a deer, and Sira means head. So it's a deer's head. So that's the symbol of this nakshatra. And people, basically, it's a constellation of stars. So as people can see it, it forms the shape of a deer's head. So it's acquired its name based on how it appears in the skies. And also, as we know that it's a lunar mansion. So whenever a person is born in this nakshatra, normally in generic terms, we look at a birth chart and we see where the moon is placed, and if it is placed in um, in a particular nakshatra, we say that yes, moon is the person is born in this nakshatra. Although all the planets uh, are in some nakshatra or the other, because the 27 nakshatras, which comprise of 360 degrees, actually are all over the zodiac. So every planet has to be based in some nakshatra or the other. But in generic terms, wherever the moon is placed, we will say that, okay, this person is born in this nakshatra. So today's topic of discussion is on people who are born in Mrigasira Nakshatra, meaning which where the moon was placed at the time of birth, meaning which their moon was placed in this particular nakshatra called Mrigasira. Now, Mrigasira spans between a distance of 23 degrees and 20 minutes of Taurus through 6 degrees and 40 minutes of Gemini. Actually, 23 degrees and 21 minutes of Taurus through 6 degrees and 40 minutes of Gemini. So it actually covers a part distance of Taurus as a zodiac sign, and then also it covers 6 degrees and 40 minutes of Gemini, which is another zodiac sign. So it actually covers two zodiac signs. And as we know that there are 27 nakshatras, each covers a distance of 13 degrees and 20 minutes. And if you multiply 27 times 13 degrees and 20 minutes, it comes to exactly 360 degrees. So that's how the nakshatras are placed. And as per mythology, they're believed to be, each nakshatra believed to be the 27 daughters of Daksha, and moon visits each of these nakshatras in approximately one day. So it comes back after 27 days to approximately 27 days, because moon stays in one zodiac signs for approximately 2 days and 2.25 days. So that's how nakshatras are placed, one nakshatra to the other. Moon is the fastest moving planet, and we consider moon as a planet in Vedic astrology. So it moves from one nakshatra to another nakshatra. So when it is in Mrigasara Nakshatra, as we've just discussed, that the symbol is the antelope's head, the head of a deer. And so the characteristics of people born also will be like of a deer. The ruling planet here is Mars, which gives a lot of Mars and Martian energy here. And the presiding deity is Soma. Now, Soma can be associated with the moon god, which is the moon, the planet moon, and also Soma as a drink, Soma, which the gods use. Um, Basically, it's a nectar which provides immortality. So that also can be associated with Soma. But otherwise, the key word here is quest and search, because deer, as you know, the characteristics of a deer is always running, running, running in search and in quest. And most of the time it does not reach its destination. It's like a mirage, which a deer sees and goes, and then finally it just he just finds out that no, this is not real, it's just a mirage. In Sanskrit, it is called Mrigatrishna, meaning which, the search which a deer does. People, a lot of people can be said saying the statement that you are under some kind of a Mrigatrishna, which is like a mirage. A deer looking for maybe water and doesn't find it and goes running and running. And this is kind of a analogy, or this is a kind of a characteristic which people born in this nakshatra can be associated with. They're always in quest, they're always in search, and their mind is always moving. The positive characteristic, of course, these people are very strong because of the Martian energy, extremely intelligent, because it also covers the zodiac sign of Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. So that gives them a lot of intelligence. They're leaders because of the Mars qualities in them, and they're very intellectual, very intellectual, because of course of the influence of the planet Mercury, which it covers under the zodiac sign of Gemini, that is ruled by the planet Mercury. Fond of good clothing, enjoying music and creative arts. That's the Venus part, because this nakshatra also covers Taurus, between 23 degrees and 20 minutes through 30 degrees of Taurus. So that Venus influence is definitely there, which is about good clothing, arts, music. Very quick learners because of their influence, because of the influence of the planet Mercury, and very romantic, sensual as well. And the sensual nature comes from the animal symbol. The animals, the two symbols here associated with this nakshatra, like all the other nakshatras, the symbol, basic symbol, is the deer's head or an antelope's head. But then the animal symbol also associated with this nakshatra is the female serpent, which gives it kind of a sensual nature as well. On the negative traits, we already discussed that they are very impulsive, just like a deer, very fickle, not sure, and uncommitted because of their fickle nature. They cannot be committed. And one of the major negative quality in them is suspicious nature, very suspicious. Now it could be considered a negative quality, but at the same time slightly positive as well. So try to think of a herd of a deer who's who's very suspicious, and they can sense danger. And why? Because a fierce animal can just attack them, and like a lion or a tiger can, and you'd have seen in videos how these lions and deers can just go behind a herd of a deer and grab one and get them for their lunch. So they are by nature very suspicious, and at the same time they are they can sense danger. So that's the intuitive capability. So I would say it's a negative nature, but at the same time, there's some positive to it, but because they have the ability to sense danger. So you would notice, if you look at a birth chart, you would definitely notice people born in this nakshatra to be extremely suspicious, and they will not open up that easy, and they will, you know they will have the ability to sense. And sometimes, on the negative side, when they go too far into this ability to sense danger, it turns negative, because then they are termed as uh, too suspicious. So that's one very negative quality in them, but that's what they are. So as far as their career interests go, they are great writers because of the influence of the planet Mercury, and poets as well because of the influence of the planet Venus. They're mystics and astrologers because of their intuitive capabilities, and like I just mentioned, they can sense a lot of things which others cannot. They can be great teachers because they are intellectuals, and actors, and music, and also be fashion designers and garment traders because of the influence of Venus and their ability to create things. But one of the major things, the key word here in this nakshatra, or people born in this nakshatra, is search, quest, and not sure, always running around looking for the ideal thing, what they're looking for. And sometimes they end up, finding nothing in at the end of their lives. So of course, with a lot of energy, which they carry because of the rulership of the planet Mars. So this was all about Mrigasira Nakshatra. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. In the meanwhile, I will recommend subscribe to my channel and check out my website. There is a link below, and I will see you with an interesting topic soon. Goodbye.